Guess who's back? So I am going to a nurse practitioner conference, and I decided to vlog and take you guys with me. Five nights.
5 nights.
Yeah.
Alright. It looks like you all set. We upgrade you to a studio king, so it's a suite with a ribbon.
For 2 nights only.
For 2 nights only?
Yeah.
So it shows me that during the 5 nights you can still all stay in this room.
Well, no, because that's not what I wanted to do. I only wanted to stay in it for 2 nights and then I didn't want it to use the rest of my suite nights.
Did you?
I spoke with the titanium group last night, and she said she was going to put a note in it. I don't know if you see it.
I don't see any notes, but
I'm checked in. It's at the Westland Copley Marriott in Boston. It's by npinstitute, and tomorrow is my birthday. So what I did was I came Wednesday night. My birthday is Thursday, and the conference starts Friday. So I just came a little early because since it's falling on the weekend of my birthday, I'm not going on a separate trip. This is just kind of like mixing a little bit business with pleasure. So yeah, it's my birthday and it's business. So guess what I found out? I just came from parking my car because it's going to be parked there overnight, and this hotel is attached to a mall.
I'm so sorry.
So the Westin is a Marriott product. It's a nice hotel. So this is taking me from the mall to the hotel. This is the mall to the hotel connection. I decided to come to the conference. This is my first conference as a nurse practitioner, and it's geared towards like newer nurse practitioners from what I read about it, but everybody could benefit from it. The agenda seems to be very intense, you know, like all day long from like 7 to 7 type of agenda. But I'm excited, you know, that I feel like it's an investment into myself. You guys will find out that I'm planning on going into my own practice. How convenient is this inside the hotel? All the way up on the 3rd floor. Where did this little bump come from? Way up. I feel blessed. Okay. Nope, this way. Yes. It is my birthday. As you all know, this is a nurse practitioner conference, right? So they had some rooms blocked off, but I upgraded to the suite life because I deserve the best. Period. Good morning. Today is Friday, and it is the first day of the Nurse Practitioner Conference, specifically the Mental Health Nurse Practitioner Conference. And yesterday was my birthday, so I didn't vlog much. I had a really peaceful birthday. I just had a real chill day yesterday, which was, I typically have a peaceful, chill, relaxed birthday, but I am usually somewhere on an island. So here I am in Boston, Massachusetts. So I decided to come to this conference for my birthday. Not really for my birthday, but I just came a day early to celebrate my birthday, and I wanted to go to the conference. So today is day one. The conference is up until Monday. Today it doesn't start, like the orientation is at 11:30, so it is 10 o'clock now. I'm dressed. I'm about to go downstairs. There's a Starbucks in the hotel, so I'm gonna go to Starbucks, and then we have to go pick up like badges and stuff like that. And I'm gonna see if I could do a little networking, a little mingling. I forgot my makeup bag at the hotel, the other hotel. So here I am, dry-faced, and yeah. But can y'all appreciate that view in the back? Or is it giving too much? I don't know, but I like it. And that is also one of the perks about contracts. So I didn't get an apartment, so I've been living like in a Marriott since last year September, and today is April 28th. So I am now Marriott Titanium Elite, and so yeah, these are the perks, that I got for just living in a Marriott for almost like 9 months. And also my status is there, and I gotta tell you, I've been treated like a Marriott Titanium Elite since I got here. So that's a plus that comes on top of, the pay and whatever. So yeah, I'll record as much as I can record downstairs so you guys can see it. I also plan on doing an update video on the contract, because interesting. But yeah, so good morning. This is the conference day one outfit. This old little skirt I had from Zara. I believe these are some 9 West boots, and I don't know, maybe I got this little sweater from Rainbow or H&M or something. I can't remember. So yeah, this is conference day one attire.
No, I'm doing.
She'll be right with you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
This is yours. This is yours. Oh, get it right here. You don't want the whole back? No, that's fine. I can give you just a program. Yep. There you go. That's yours.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. That's yours. You just want a program, you don't want a bag.
Showing like some of the classes that will be available on different days. This one, the long-acting injectables, is really big in the prison setting where I'm at. For y'all who are actually already psych NPs, or I don't know if you have to be one, but these are some upcoming conferences in case you would like to attend Nashville, Vegas. I might go to the one in Nashville. I'm heading to Starbucks because it doesn't start till 11 and I got my registration. I like that it has the city names that we're from, so that kind of, you know, when you can look at the city and it kind of eliminates one part. Oh, you know, if I see somebody badge, I'm like, oh, you from Miami? I'm from Miami too. It's a conversation opener that is already there. I'm gonna grab me some Starbucks. I have my matcha latte. And I don't know, something about matcha gives me like more focus. Outside of like waking me up, I feel like I'm more focused too. Like I'm on go when I'm on my matcha. So this is typically what I drink. I don't drink like coffee as much. Like if I need a second round during the day, then I might go get some coffee. But usually I don't. So matcha latte. They're getting ready to start the orientation. A lot of people are still coming in. People are still out in the lobby area. It said 11:30 on the program agenda, but the lady who was giving out the badges told us 11, so I guess it's more like 11:30 because it is now 11:18. So there's a great mixture of people here, young, old. Excited to see what it's going to bring. I think this one is kind of geared like towards newer MPs, meaning like 1 to 5 years. But I think some people here are seasoned as well. Yeah, let's see.
Kick off this orientation session. And before we get started, we'd like to thank Biogen and Sage for sponsoring this orientation session.
Orientation meeting is over, and it was just like a quick overview of how to get the best out of a conference, because I guess it's the assumption that this is most of us, first conference, or specifically the first conference for the NP Institute for Site Congress, because there are like a bunch of conferences out there from different educational institutes. So it was interesting. I'm still excited to be here. So yeah, we're going to the next session, which I believe is sponsored by like a pharmaceutical company, and they're supposed to provide lunch, I think, which will be good because I haven't eaten yet. This is like everybody coming in from the other area, going into the next meeting, and also looking at exhibits. I think there are different exhibit setups from different companies for you to just take like pamphlets and brochures. So this is the meeting room for Deplin. The first session was over, and I went to a medication for major depression, adjunctive therapy to an antidepressant, and it was called Deplin. That was the one that fed us really good. That food was good. Like, that chicken was seasoned good. The vegetables were seasoned good, so that was good. But anyway, it was very informative. It's hard for me to use that medication in a prison, but in outpatient setting, I probably would consider it for people who don't like taking medications.
Okay, so then moving into the 20th century, we now have barbiturates. Now barbiturates are the might work against this, and I see this headline that says, fluvoxamine effective for shortening course of COVID. And I thought, finally, that drug.
It's a coffee break. They're on a coffee break, and we just had like an introduction to psychopharmacology, and now the next, I think this is the last one for today, is stimulants, which should be an interesting one that all of us probably will need or would like more information on, as you know, adult ADHD and ADHD in children. Just with this information overload, I just think everybody's mind is just like running. So this one should be interesting. So we on the coffee break.
Christine will be here tomorrow.
Been successful. How many clinicians do we have here today? A little over 700. A little over 700. And we more than doubled the number that we thought might be nurses to come here.
Left the conference. Well, I didn't leave. It was over. And there is another part, like a exhibit area, that was like from 6 to 6:30. But I signed up to be with this pharmaceutical company to go over one of their medications, and they're paying for dinner at this place behind me, Atlantic Fish Company. I believe they got one of these in Atlanta too, but I've been wanting to come here because, you know, I'm in Boston and it's not too far from my contract, but I just never made it here. So I was like, oh, so I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'll go learn about a new medication, and I get to eat at a place that I wanted to eat at for free. So yeah, I'm gonna go in here and see what this is about. Sorry.
Just gonna be in this room right here.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hi. Hello. Okay, thank you.
Particular domains you're more or less interested in. This is kind of a subset of the videos that we've created. I'll share with you at the end a QR code that can take you to a medical affairs website where it has. Right, so do we want to go through any additional videos, or we can also just be done here?
All right, so it is almost 9 o'clock and dinner is just getting over. That food was so good, but it is Friday night and I am in downtown Boston. It's a lot of traffic out here, which is a good thing because I'm walking back to the hotel. Y'all know Boston famous for like the Boston Marathon. So they have like a lot of running stuff up. Look at this. People running this time of night. It's a little chilly out here. I think it's like 50 or maybe 45 or something like that. I don't know when it stopped getting cold in New England because May is next week. Why is it in the 40s? The luncheon or the dinner was about tardive dyskinesia, which is TD, which we all know patients who are on a lot of antipsychotics or long-term antipsychotics end up usually with this. So they wanted to bring awareness to assessing it in a different way other than just looking for physical symptoms. Basically asking patients, how do they feel? How is their quality of life while being on antipsychotics? And it was interesting because some of them didn't have the typical physical symptoms that as a clinician you'll be looking for. But they were saying that how they felt or how their quality of life is changing. So we can't just say, oh, physically, because we don't see the symptoms that they aren't having it. So we have to treat them, you know, based on how they feel, not what we're seeing. One lady was saying how her daughters stop her from babysitting the grandkids because of the TD. And that really hurt her because that was like the highlight of her day, is taking care of her grandkids. But when I looked at when I'm looking at the video, I don't see symptoms of TD. So if you don't probe for the questions, they don't just tell you, you know. So I'll use that in practice, you know. I am back in my room and day one is down. Overall, my first impression. So I don't know if I mentioned, but this is the first year of this Psych NP Institute. They were only anticipating about 200 to 300 guests, and it's 700 people here, including students, new nurse practitioners, older nurse practitioners, but 700 people here. And overall, my first day experience is that I am glad that I came. I learned many things today that I didn't know or that I needed clarity on, or whatever the case may be. I got some takeaways from today. And what made me come to the conference initially is I watched this video on, I don't know if it was a video or podcast or something, but the guy was just talking about how much he reinvests into himself and into his business. And he states that he invests usually 10% of whatever he's making into more education or bettering his business every year. And I decided to do the same thing. I know you could probably watch YouTube videos and things like that too, or read books for much cheaper, but I don't regret at all coming here, spending the money, come here, networking. I'm in Boston, so sometimes it's an opportunity to see a city. I actually met a nurse practitioner downstairs who she actually lives like in driving distance that she could drive home at night, but she took this as an opportunity to come here and learn. Also, it's like a little getaway for herself with me time, away from family, just a little getaway for herself as well as learning. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. So, and we need that. I haven't given y'all much of an update yet from what I'm going, my job at the prison, but you definitely, as a provider, especially in the prison setting, you got to be working on making sure that you are taking care of yourself. I feel like very good at that. There's always room for improvement, and I plan on improving on that too. The prison population is different. Like I said, if you watch my previous videos, I work in a secure psychiatric unit. So in that unit, I have inmates and I have patients, people who have committed crimes and have mental health illnesses, and people who are severely mentally ill that the state hospital don't treat them or, send them to us for a higher level of care. But the inmates, there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of the criminal mind, criminal thinking. And sometimes it's just a chess move all day with them. All right, I made my move. Okay, you make your move. And because it's the criminal mind, some of them, they have mental illnesses, but their behaviors are more just the criminal mind, like they have life sentences and they're just figuring out ways to beat the system or figuring out ways to get back at the system, even if that's just at the expense of swallowing a pen and to cost the facility money by calling an ambulance, to cost them money by paying a correctional officer overtime to sit one-on-one with them when they come back. Like, they don't care. Like, it's just criminal thinking of like, I'm in life, I'm miserable, I'm in here for the rest of my life, what can I do? Back to what I was saying it's like, I think the conference is good. I'm happy that I'm here, and we'll see what the next 3 days have to offer. And if you are a Psych NP or a Psych NP student, or you're looking at Psych NP, you don't have to already be a Psych NP to attend these conferences. And I recommend that you do come to some. It'll get you ahead of the game with medications and just networking and things like that. I am going to shower, and tomorrow's an early day. Today started at 11:30. Tomorrow starts at 7:30. And this another thing. You are getting your money's worth. This thing is all day. Like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm just getting back in the room from 10:30 this morning. And tomorrow events go from 7:30 to, I think, like the last session is like 8 o'clock. You are getting your money's worth, with knowledge and education. You need to continue to re-up on the coffee because, yeah. And I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm going to bless y'all with this view again tonight. Nice. I'm getting used to this, coming back into the room into this. Like, I might have to go buy me a condo at home in Miami, I could really get used to this. So good night. See you in the morning. Good morning. It is day 2 of the mental health nurse practitioner conference. I'm just gonna let y'all see this view again. I think it's important to appreciate the earth because the earth is beautiful. The things in the world are beautiful. It's y'all humans that make it bad. But anyway, I'm going to day 2. It is 7:22 and I gotta be downstairs at 7:30. There are 2 sessions this morning to choose from. One is assessing TD, which I went to last night sort of with another company. So I'm gonna go to the bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 medication ones, you know, like identifying bipolar 1 versus the bipolar 2, and some medication options, like how do you go about choosing certain medications over others, or I think that's what it's about. So I'm heading out to breakfast. So yeah, I'm up, and let me just show y'all a quick little outfit of the day. I have on this very old outfit. It gotta be at least maybe 9 years old. One thing about me, I'm not a hoarder, but I do keep up with my stuff. This is my outfit of today. This is a Guess linen outfit that I got from the Guess outlet, maybe, like I said, maybe 9 or 10 years ago. And it was nicely pressed already. And yeah, so this is the outfit of today for day 2 of the NP conference. Good morning. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. More food.
Welcome. We're going to get started.
That portion was very interesting. That medication, Caplyta, appears to be a good drug for the depressive state of bipolar 1 and 2 as a monotherapy or adjunct therapy. But I am rushing to Starbucks in between the next meeting, which is how to choose the right antidepressant. And I need my Starbucks because that one is 2 hours long. And just so you know, when you come to the next one, they have coffee all the time, but I'm a Starbucks girl. I am running late because I had to have my matcha.
Action potential coming from the mind causes those vesicles to be confused in the synapse, neurotransmitters are behaving.
Okay, that one was very interesting, especially because I'm very interested in ketamine, and it talked about ketamine, basically, you know, adjunct therapies to treating depression. So that one was very informative on all of the options we have. So now we're on another coffee break. like that they have real honey. I've had this honey before and I like it. I am going into, I believe, session 3 for today. And another one is basically on, assessing the effects of TD on the patient's quality of life. They have a lot on those, seemingly. And then there's one about getting to the root cause of like daytime sleepiness and stuff like that. Since I kind of went to one that's similar to the TD already, it's probably just by a different pharmaceutical company. I'm going to go check out the daytime sleepiness one. Although, I don't know, I'm just going to check that one out because those are the two options. So I'm going to choose one because I'm going to go to everything, more knowledge, You never know, I might need it somewhere. So that's the one I'm going to go to now after the break is up. I guess that's our cue that it's time to get started. Okay, so I'm rushing into the ADHD one. They're serving lunch here at this one. But yeah. Hi.
Enjoy.
Hi. So that last meeting that I was just going into about the ADHD and their medication, it's a non-stimulant used to treat ADHD, and the information was good, but they did serve lunch. But I didn't want what they were serving for lunch. It was like a vegetable lasagna that I just didn't want. So I kind of tapped out on it, and I'm in this little area, or this little bar area of the hotel, getting some lunch because the next couple of sessions are ones that I really want to be a part of because I am going into private practice. They're like about ketamine and stuff like that. So very informative ones or hopefully they're very informative that I want to be a part of. So I was like, well, let me just tap out on this one. I feel like I got the meat and potatoes of it. And the rest is just talking about like studies they did and stuff like that. I'm here waiting on my lunch to get something to eat. I didn't eat the breakfast that I showed you guys earlier. I didn't eat it, but one thing, the food has been good and warm and people are enjoying that lasagna that they have. It's not what I wanted, so here I am.
Lunch when you're going to tomorrow?
Lunch? What are the options? No. On the schedule? Oh, I guess you just look at a bunch of posters.
Oral treatment options for adults with schizophrenia. Or re-examining our understanding of
I don't know which one I want to go to. I guess we could figure it out. So guys, day 2 of the NP Institute, via site Congress is over. These days are long, but I have to say, if you are truly a person that's interested in mental health, if you're truly a person that you want to know these medications, you want to know what's out there for your patients so that you can provide the best care for them, if you want to continuously see what's out there, because the education is nonstop. Like, there's like new medications coming out like every day, and a lot of the stuff honestly is not FDA approved right now, but so it's like out of pocket expenses for the patients. But my thought process on it as a provider is that I don't like to call people pockets. People spend money on what they want to spend money on, and that's the bottom line. Some of these new medications that are coming out that are not FDA approved, or if they are FDA approved, they might be expensive and insurance companies don't want to pay for it, and they want to give you something, generic or whatever. But offer it to the patient. Let them make the decision. Say, hey, try this, 3 months. Tell me how you feel. It might be worth it to the patient based on how they feel off of it to spend the money on it. We spend money on everything else, and I think that once people start prioritizing their mental health like we do everything else, we'll see the value in paying for therapy or doing, paying for a medication that the insurance doesn't pay for, but this medication works the best for me. Like, we pay for everything else. Day 2 is over. Tomorrow's day 3. They're long days, but they're worth it every minute. I've learned so much since I've been here, and I just want to encourage you all to start investing in your mental health. I want you all to attend some of these conferences. Invest in your education, invest in your knowledge, invest in the networking. And NPs are really the future of medicine. We're the future of medicine. I met an NP here today that has her own sleep clinic. Day 2, NP Institute. Oh, just so you know, mark your calendars or prepare your budget. Next year, date has already been set. It's in San Diego. I don't know if you've been to San Diego before, but San Diego is beautiful. It's in March. And they have registration, I believe, will be opening after this conference. But what I will tell you about registration for any conference that you attend, the earlier you register, the more of a discount you get. For example, if they open up registration now for the one next year, it might be like $300 or $400 cheaper. And the closer you get to the actual date of the event, the more expensive it gets. And my thought process behind it is that they lock in these discount rate with the hotels, but the closer you get to it, the hotels, they're business too. They have a whole bunch of other conferences going on in this same hotel right now. It's a money game. So if we're not locking in the rooms for the early bird registration, then the hotel has to go up because the supply and demand goes up. If you can, try to register, early with the early bird registration on any conference you attend. So I don't know, maybe I'll see y'all in San Diego, because I'm going to go to San Diego. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And before I go, I'm just going to grace y'all with the beauty of God's earth out there. I got a wraparound view of the ocean in Boston, or river view, I should say. I don't know. I'm going to probably be, balling like this in San Diego too. Good morning. It is day 3 of the NP Institute, and I am it's right 7:30 right now, and the class started at 7:30. It only takes me about 3 minutes to get down there, But I was kind of laying in bed determining if I wanted to go to these particular sessions this morning. One is about a long-acting injectable for schizophrenia, and one is about the AIM score. I decided to get up and go to the one about the AIM score because I have a lot of people in the prison that have TD or, you know, potential, they just have a lot going on. The only reason why I didn't choose the one about the long-acting injectable is because in my current work setting in the prison, I have no choice about adding medications to the formulary or even introducing it, because you know, everything is a budget concern, and a lot of these medications are brand, and there's just nothing I could do about it. Like the injections that we do use now, we get a lot of questions about why we used them, what else we tried. So it's just a lot. So I'm not gonna go to that one, but I'm gonna go to this one. So again, the view in the background is kind of foggy and raining today, but still nevertheless a beautiful view. Let me just show you my quick conference outfit of today. And that's one thing I like about the conferences, is that like nobody's on top of you, like, where you at, where you been, why you ain't come? Or, you know, you get to choose what you want to go to for the benefit of your own education knowledge, for your practice or whatever. And you could get up and leave when you want. Nobody's like babysitting you. So I'll walk in a little bit late, but I'll be there. All right, this is the conference outfit of today. Old Zara outfit, old Vans. What's this one? Good morning.
Morning, Brian.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
What's that?
It's early. Not sure if a lot of people got up for these this morning.
Discovered a way to merge his fascination with the human mind, his love of teaching, and his desire to help patients with mental illness. Our topic today.
This is upper arms down. Can you show me some arm movements here? I'm just going to come over here and look at you. That's good. I like your dress, by the way. That's a nice dress. That's good. She said, wow. Look at you, you're really good. All right, so this looks great. So can we go to the next one? Can we do the lower limbs? That's good. So her foot is moving. She had a little bit of that. She also has some quadricep involvement, right? You can see that she has a feet. That's why I wanted sandals, right? Thank you, by the way. You did a great job, Christina. Everyone's going to be like, where we go? All right, let's take a look at the first video. Lower legs. And these patients are just a rep. Thank you all very, very much for coming. Have a lovely rest of your day. Oh, I'll also say, if you're happy with this one, somebody else is going to have me on stage for lunch. So come and see me.
The AIM scoring, that one was very informative, because you never really are taught how to do it. And I have a lot of patients with TD, and nobody ever taught me how to do it. I knew what it was, so you just kind of get into practice and you just take the paper with you and you start doing the scoring, like doing the test. That was an informative way, you know, to teach you what you know what you're looking for from the test, but it was just more informative. So I was happy that I got my butt up out of bed and went to that one. The next session is on antipsychotics, which in any inpatient setting you work in, you're gonna have a lot of people on antipsychotics. This one is gonna be very informative too. That is our next session. I think it's an hour or so. Yeah. This is if I'm not mistaken, one of the, you know, founders who kind of put this together for the like NP part of it. As you can see, he's a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I believe he and another lady put it together, or I could be totally wrong, but he's, you know, kind of like hosting. And I actually found out about this conference from him in some of the mental health nurse practitioner groups on Facebook. He's like a part of them, and he, you know, dropped like a code that if you like, if you register under his name or something, under his link, there was like a discounted price. Joining those Facebook groups, hella important, because you just find out so much stuff there and information. I need to get those exact dates for y'all too for next year, so y'all can meet me there. I'm probably going to attend the Psych Congress too in Nashville. I believe that one is for like all mental health people, not just NPs. So let me go in.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to the next two sessions titled A Foundational Review of Antipsychotics and Antipsychotics in Schizophrenia. Our presenters for this session are Amber Hobart.
So it's coffee tea break, and I am going to grab some more tea. That one was long, but it was about schizophrenia, and I have a lot of patients in the prison like that with schizophrenia, so I needed to pay attention.
Yeah, there's 4 different spots. I put a tab at the back, shoulder, back.
Again, like I said,
I don't know how many people like in private practice or community practice actually deal with, well, I should say private practice, a lot of schizophrenic patients. I don't have the knowledge on that, but what I will say is that in inpatient, you will see it frequently. The longer people have from their first break in schizophrenia, the longer they have breaks where they offer their meds and they get, you know, readmitted, they relapse basically. The more they relapse, the worse their chances are of actually getting better in the long term, no matter what medications they're on. And I think I just learned that is what has happened to the patients I have in the prison. So the next session is about long-acting injectables. And I think it's something that we all need to get comfortable with, especially as new grads. And we have to find a way to start having a conversation with our patients about long-acting injectables, because it helps them out in the long term. You don't have to take a pill every day. You don't have to remember to take the pills. College students, like for example, who have their break in college, you know, when they have a break in college, then they go to the hospital and they come back, and then their roommates are like, why are you taking those pills every day? So basically it boils down to the stigma. But with the long-acting injectables, depending on which one it is, you could get some every 28 days, every 2 weeks, depending on which one it is. It's easier to go to your doctor's office. You don't have to worry about the pills, and it just, you know, has good outcomes. So we have to change the conversation about long-acting injectables. So I'm going to see what they have to say about it, because I'm super interested in it. We do use them a lot in the prison, but it's a cost thing. So when you prescribe a long-acting injectable, you can expect to hear from the pharmacist, and you maybe the chief CEO, chief CPO, like, why are you using this, blah, 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 blah. Depending on where you work at, those are like barriers that you have to using them. But if you're in private practice or if you work somewhere where you can make that change as a prescriber, I think we are advocating for our patients by doing so. And when I come into these, don't be discouraged about, you know, oh, where are the people at? Nobody's there. These seats are usually filled up on the back end. I just come early. People aren't typically in the room when I come after, in the mornings or during break.
We can overcome, or we may overestimate patients' fears of these LEIs, and therefore we become the sticking points and refrain from presenting them as a treatment option.
So this is another one where we're being served lunch.
Good afternoon.
There we go.
Thank you for being here today. My name is Kevin. I'm from the Biogen commercial team, and I lead our education. It's underdiagnosed and it's undertreated. Underreported, underdiagnosed, and undertreated. And the statistic at the bottom here is that nearly 70% of the cases may go undiagnosed, which prolongs the risk to the mother, the child, and the family.
Alrighty. See you in the morning. This is the last session for today.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Step over here, I can scan.
I'm not going
Oh, no
in.
problem.
I'm just gonna,
How are you? Good, thank you.
I'm just gonna get a little report. This is the last session for today, which will be dinner as well. That is going to be provided by one of the pharmaceutical companies. Today was long, as all of them. The last section was good because it was about substance abuse and co-current diagnosis, like, you know, any other mental health diagnosis, ADHD, bipolar, depression. So that was a really informative one. And the last session, which is the dinner one that I just kind of showed you all that everybody was going in, is sponsored by one of the pharmaceutical companies, and that's what's been happening. So they'll pay for the dinner and basically they'll discuss a drug. I think it's about when you have like symptoms of MDD, major depressive disorder, that are not resolving. So they have a drug that they probably want to introduce, which is good for the people here, because there's a lot of people in private practice where they can introduce new drugs, write prescriptions or whatever. Where I work at currently, it don't really help me because I can't make any changes in the prison. They have a formulary that they use, and that's it, that's all. And they already be crying about using certain drugs. Oh, it's expensive. I skipped out on that one because I barely ate all day. I didn't eat actually today, and I wanted to get something good to eat. So I am going somewhere to get something good to eat that I want. So, I don't know what that is yet though. Where I'm going to eat tonight. Hopefully they're not too crowded. I'll just get a seat at the bar. Eddie B's. tonight is night 3, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, actually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So tonight is night 3. The last day is tomorrow. Today was long. Mostly stuff talking about antipsychotics and long-acting injectables. The weather was horrible here today in Boston. Like, I'm in the bed. I didn't even show y'all like the nightly view that I have been showing y'all because I can't see it. Like, that's how bad it's raining outside. I still recommend that everybody support these conferences. I spoke with some other NPs here. I just kind of was listening to their conversation. They happy that they came. So like they are very long days and everything may not be for you. Where my current work situation right now, all this stuff today was for me. The antipsychotics, the long-acting injectables, we use all that. We have a bunch of schizophrenic, schizoaffective, all those type of patients. But if you didn't have, or if you don't just want the knowledge for your own, well-being or education, or if you don't anticipate ever working with that population of people, you may not have wanted to come to some of those meetings that they had today. But they did have like major depression disorder meetings that you could have attend. So there's some options, and sometimes there aren't options. But I think that we all never kind of know where we're going to land unless we're in private practice and we specify specifically what we're seeing. I still think in this field, like, we need all the knowledge. In case you do come across a patient, you like, you know what, I need to refer this out because this sounds deeper than anxiety, depression, PTSD, or whatever. The lunch today, there was something green, right? And I asked her, I'm like, what is this? She was like, it's beef, but it was covered in some type of green sauce or something. But I didn't eat it because it was like medium rare, and I am definitely a well done person. So tomorrow is the last day, and tomorrow goes from 7:30 to 3:35. And tomorrow is more about like documentation, like making sure you document the right stuff, how to deal with insurance company denials, and what do you do when you leave this conference? Like, how do you take the information you learn to go back to practice? Interested to see how many people are going to still be here tomorrow, or how many people left and went back today. I am going to go to bed, and I will see you guys in the morning. Ciao. Good morning. So the hallways are kind of quiet this morning. So I don't know if people getting up coming to the 7:30 session. This one is about like coordination of care between like other providers and yourself. So I thought this was important. So yeah, I am heading down to that one. And it's also checkout day. So people probably preparing to check out. Some people still here and woke up early to come. Oh, okay. All right, that session was good. So now we go into what to do when the insurance company says no. So this is important in private practice because you need to know how to get the coins. I am back in the room on a break to get my stuff. It is 10 o'clock and checkout is at 11. So I'm gonna take my stuff downstairs, and the bellhop is basically holding everybody's luggage until, you know, people decide to go or whatever. I am gonna leave my stuff downstairs, but then on our 30-minute break, I'm gonna take it to the car because I drove here because my contract is only like an hour and 7 minutes from here. So yeah, and then one last look at this beautiful view. Oh, I am going to miss this. Time to go. So this is one of our sessions on bipolar disorder. A lot of people you can see have their luggage. And yeah, conference coming to an end. Getting ready to go into the lunch session, which I believe is about, I'm not even sure, let me see. It is either about major depression or glutamate approach to, I guess, treating depression. And then, of course, it's a pharmaceutical presentation, so there'll be food at both. A lot of people are going home, getting their flights out. That one just let out, if you can see in the background. I came out a little bit earlier because I had to take a call. And then after that, we have a nursing home session in geriatric patient care, and then it's bring it all together. So we got 2 more sessions after the lunch session. We'll be done by 3:25. It's winding down. Psych NP Institute 2023. So the dates for March, for 2024 is March 20th through 23rd in San Diego. And I think the hotel is the Grand Hyatt. That you should be able to find that on the Psych NP Institute website, or follow them on IG. I think it's Psych NP Institute on IG, or Psych Congress. Let me see what it say. I think it's Psych Congress on IG. So you can follow them for, you know, conferences or whatever going on. And I'm not being paid by this. I just want us all to invest in ourselves and support our career field, because we are the future of healthcare. So I'm too excited. I ran into somebody, Miss Patrice, who recognized me by my voice from YouTube. So I'm taking it as a sign that I need to get my life together and create videos like I'm supposed to, because she said how I helped her. You know, she's transitioning from FNP to Psych NP, or she's doing the Psych NP to add to her FNP. And she said I helped her. So yay, I'm helping somebody. And if you can help one, they say you can help a whole lot more, because you'll know who that person can help. So each one teach one. So I keep looking down at my phone because I was trying to look for some information in there. But yeah, I'm going to the next meeting. It's winding down.
I have been a practitioner 13 years and I'm still learning all sorts of new information. So please don't ever stop coming to these things, because it's such a wealth of knowledge, and psychiatry is always changing. So you can always learn so much and so much new information.
And it's just, this has been the most fun I've ever had at a conference. I mean, Psych Congress Elevate had always been my high water mark of the most amped conference that I go to in terms of the energy level and the excitement. And you guys lapped Psych Congress Elevate at this meeting. It was so awesome. So passionate to learn, so excited to learn. the networking. One NP who does locum tenens because she's retired from regular practice and has lined up her next 2 jobs while being here. Multiple stories of preceptors matching up with students, just over and over. I've heard these over the past 4 days, and it is so great. Like Brooke was saying yesterday when we were on stage presenting, that this is a family and we are all working together here, and it doesn't matter whether you're a NP, APRN, MD, DO, that we are all family, we're all equal, and we're all working together to help people, and that's what it's all about. So thank you is my final message.
So glad that you stuck that to the end. I see all the carry-ons in the back. Yeah, this has been fantastic. I do a lot of conferences, and this really, there's something very special about this. I think I'm going to be digesting for a while what it was, but the energy was tremendous, the enthusiasm for learning and the enthusiasm for connecting. You know, I think those of us who plan conferences wondered if, I feel like I'm looking at the future of healthcare right now.
Thank you. And I just want to echo what the rest of our steering committee said. You all brought energy, big energy to this meeting.
Weather delays.
And thanks again,
Thank you
all of
again
you,
for being here.
for coming and exchanging with us, learning together.
Psych NP 2023 is over. Over. It was nice, and everybody should come to at least one. I gave you all the dates for next year already. I will be there next year too. It's also an opportunity for me to go back to San Diego. It was long though, but very informative. I actually think that I'm going to go to the one in Nashville, because that one is, I think they said, like, for everybody, like physicians, just mental health professionals across the board. I got to clear that up, but I've never been to Nashville and I want to go to Nashville. So it's an opportunity for me to go to a city that I want to see anyway. 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's it, guys. Psych NP Institute 2023 by Psych Congress. Let's support our profession, and let's continuously invest in ourselves. And that's it. That's all. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Angel to Psych NP. Ciao.